Good morning. I am going to do a quick video on hair care products because my hair, right now, I have it cut much shorter than it can usually is. It's flyaway, dry, thin, fine hair. And it's interesting because it's also frizzy when it gets very humid out or something like that. If it rains, it grows. My hair grows as it rains. Anyway, I would like to do an analysis of a couple of things I've been using on it. The first thing is the Cecred hair series from Beyonce. Now, I would pull out all those products and let you see everything, but it would take a long time, and I'm not going to wash my hair and do all the steps because there's a few of them that are, they're pretty long and drawn out. But I just want to give an analysis of it. One, she has a clarifying hair shampoo. Then she has the deep conditioning shampoo. Now, you're supposed to use both. You're supposed, first you use the clarifying shampoo to really scrub your scalp, and then you use the deep conditioning shampoo to clean your hair. Now, this is interesting because I never thought you needed two separate shampoos, but actually it's a very practical thing because it scrubs your scalp, and then at the same time you don't scrub you don't want your hair to be stripped too much, especially if you have problems with drier hair or really sensitive hair or anything. You don't want to strip your hair. So what's nice is that this clarifying shampoo is really good on the scalp. It has these little, it's like granules in it actually that go in there and scrub your scalp. Now, with these shampoos, you only use like a small amount. You do not use lots of, or you'll never get it rinsed out. It's very strong, and because you're paying quite a bit of money for these hair products, you don't want to waste them anyway. They're thick, emollient. I would say you use the size of a dime if you have hair like mine, fine and short. If you have really thick, heavy hair, like a 4C hair, or just a long hair, and long thick hair past your waist or something like that, you would use the size of a quarter actually. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you use more, the more hair you have, the longer it's going to take to rinse it all out anyway. So don't use a whole lot because the lather is great, but it still takes, you need to rinse it all out. Okay. Now the second shampoo. Now both of those shampoos that applies to. So you use the clarifying, and then the regular the conditioning shampoo. Now she has a set of rice rinse, black rice. Fermented rice. It's a real interesting, and she has a bottle where you shake it up. So you shake up the first. It's like a powdered mixture, and you shake up the first one with like a quarter, half a quart of water, maybe 16 ounces or something like that. You wouldn't, and you make sure it's all dissolved, and then you pour it on your hair, and it makes it feel kind of stiff. Then there's a packet. You rinse that out, and then there's a packet of like a conditioning, liquid, but it's very emollient, like your regular conditioner. It's kind of thick and pasty kind of. You put that on there. Now you're supposed to leave the first rinse on, the fermented rice rinse on, for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then the second one you rinse that out, and then you put on the second rinse, the conditioner behind that, for about 5 minutes. Okay, there are directions and they explain it fairly well, but you have to pay attention because you can get confused. Okay, then you rinse that all out. Now the hair is now ready for a conditioner. I have the deep conditioner, and then there's a hair mask as well. Now, I don't need to use both of those, so I either use one or the other. So I use the deep conditioner to make it simpler because I don't want to sit under a dryer for 30 minutes for the hair mask. At least not right now. I don't have time. I don't want to do that every time. So anyway, I use the deep conditioner, and the hair, when I rinse that all out, you got to rinse it out really good. So just imagine you're going to be using up a lot of water. Make sure your water is good quality if you can, if you're washing your hair, because I think hard water and bad city water can really do terrible things on your hair. So if you can get a water filtration system in your house, it'd be great, because your skin will appreciate it, and so will your hair. Okay, but last but not least, I only use the city water because we don't have all that in our house right now. We're planning on getting one, but not now. So anyway, it turned out I just let my hair wash, rinsed it all out. And then I towel dried my hair and let it air dry. Now, some people will put a dryer on it. Some people have to, if they hot iron their hair, or they do blow dry, with anything you want to do, this stuff is protecting your hair enough that it'll look okay. It'll look great. So when I took it out, and then afterwards, after you dry your, towel dry your hair, there is a leave-in conditioner in a taller bottle, the hair conditioner that you can put on. And she also has an oil that you can put in your hair as well if you want to oil your hair or your scalp. I just put in the leave-in conditioner as well, and it gives your hair a nice shine. Now, after putting all that on my hair, I would say it took me 45 minutes to an hour to do that process for my hair. Now, other people spend a lot more time on their hair, rinsing and pulling and braiding or doing whatever they need to do. It takes hours for some people to really look after their hair. And so, with that being said, I would recommend doing it as often as you wash your hair, because man, if you had to do this, if you were a person who had to wash your hair every day, this would be awful. Okay, it's too much time putting to it. But if you were a person that can wash your hair once a week, every 2 weeks, maybe some people only wash it every 2 weeks, I don't know, that's enough. I mean, really wash it thoroughly, though, because not washing it for 2 weeks can be bad on your scalp. I mean, you may not, there's so much debris in the air. Even people with dry hair that can't wash it all the time should wash it more than once every 2 weeks. But if you're careful and you wear, protective hairstyles, so to speak, and things over your head, so your hair doesn't need all that interference and handling, then you're better off. Okay, but my hair has to be washed once a week. If I wait 2 weeks, my scalps will be itching. The only reason why I even tried waiting 2 weeks is because my hair is so dry. But the scalp is still in need of attention, some stimulation or something. So, I'll go ahead and wash my hair once a week minimum. I would love to be able to wash it twice a week, because it feels good to get the water in it and, scratch my scalp and all that. But I'm afraid if I wash it too much, it'll dry up and fall out, So that's the Beyonce line. I think it's okay to pay for it. After all, hey, I pay for a lot of stuff that's expensive. I don't like using cheap stuff on my skin or my hair. I don't use makeup. As you can see, I'm a naturalist. I don't put on a lot. I could use it probably for looks, to improve my skin, or maybe just have a filter, how people filter their face and stuff like that, so you don't see every line, wrinkle, or bump, or whatever. But I just stay natural. But maybe one day, I'll do more. I used to do a lot of makeup and stuff when I was younger and knew how to do it all. But now the makeup is different. They do, oh gosh, they do a lot more in makeup now. They do eyebrows, eyelashes. They do all the filtering. They do layering, like, um, can't think of the word for it, but they do three-dimensional appearance in your makeup. So like they make your eyes be more prominent, or they'll lower, make your cheekbones look higher or whatever. We used to just do that with blush, but now, I really don't want to do all that, and I'm scared to put a lot of extra stuff on my skin, even though it's pretty resilient. I still try to be very careful not to put toxic stuff on my skin, and hair too. A lot of the stuff that's out there now is toxic for your hair, so be very careful, especially coloring and stuff like that. Now, I've colored my hair. Actually, I have to admit, this is not the best. I did it myself. It didn't take me long. I've gone to the hairdresser to get it done, and they use harsh stuff to color it just so the color will stay in, and I really didn't want to do it, but it probably is worth getting it done so it looks better. But actually, this is satisfactory for now. I'll go ahead and cut it so all the split ends are off and all, but this is my hair, and I love it the way it is. I'm not going to worry about it. It's just my hair. There are people who have just absolutely stunning hair, and they can do all kinds of things with it. I always wanted to be able to do all kinds of things with my hair, but now I'm happy that it's simple to take care of. So that's the Beyonce line. Now, the latest thing that I tried is a castor oil hair wash and conditioner. They sell it in Whole Foods. I kind of hesitated to buy it because I don't need any more hair stuff. I have so much hair stuff in the house, and my hair doesn't need anything all that much, so I don't go through it fast enough to keep buying it. But I was curious about it, so I got it. And actually, it does the same thing. It's a conditioner and hair. I think I'll enjoy it. If I want a simple washing system where I can just wash and go and not wait a whole long time. Now, if I want to do a major hair makeover, so to speak, I'll go to Beyonce, hairline. Cecred is what they call it. And I like the fact that, you can do so much with it, and it's supposed to do very well. And I believe that her line is well worth the money, but there are a lot of people who can't justify paying for it because they can make up their own hair products or just buy over-the-counter stuff they know works, and no point in experimenting with stuff, especially expensive stuff, if you don't know if it's really going to work, and then they're disappointed in the end. So, but personally, I wasn't disappointed, and I wanted to support Beyonce because she's done a lot of revolutionary things, even though she's been criticized for it. But when you revolutionize things, of course you're going to be criticized, right? Now she's a celebrity. She doesn't need the money, But the whole thing is the principle of the thing. We need to support people who look out for the people, so to speak. And she's one of the celebrities that spoke out about a few things. We can't knock her for that. And then people got mad about it. I mean, now she's into country western music, and I think she's as country as any of them. I'm not a country fan, but her country music, that album sounds real country, okay? She's got that down pat. All right, so I'm not criticizing her. She has the voice for it. She had the songs that she picked were, they're the quality of country music. And she's from Texas. Hey, Texans are, they're experts on their country. So, let's not, I believe in, being authentic, Anyway, so that's kind of like why I like supporting that. So it's up to 15 minutes, so I'm going to close out. And I hope you enjoy the video.